Great Tuesday evening, 2/9/2021. To God be the glory for the closing of the day, a brand new night time. And you weren't here this morning for Numbers 6, but I read some of your notes and you were saying how it's a blessing that we don't have to go through the sacrifices and the gathering of animals and concoctions, and the Lord has provided a way for us to be rescued and redeemed once and for all. And we know how Numbers end. Did you read all the way to the end? The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and give you peace. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you, right? So it's really important that we recognize that it is the Father who is the giver of all blessings, and every good and perfect gift is from him. Well, in Numbers 8, I was reading again about all the sacrifices, and it's over 80 verses detailing the vessels and the golden spoons and how they were consecrated and put to the side, the chargers and the 30 shekels, 100 and this and that, and the goats for sin offerings. The last verse spoke to me, and I was on a call this evening and we were talking about how so many ministers, pastors are becoming very discouraged, especially in this pandemic. And doctors, they're losing their practice because so many surgeons aren't able to, perform surgery, schedule it same day, and they're losing, that means money. They're losing their profession and they're thinking about changing their jobs. Well, the same thing with people in the ministry. And I didn't think about this, but a lot of pastors are receiving stress, as far as members are blaming them for not doing the right thing as far as virtually, and they're criticizing messages, and everybody has an opinion about this. If you don't open this church by this Sunday, I'm leaving and I'm taking my tithes and all that. And a lot of people are looking to the messages that ministers are giving, and they're like, you're not hitting it, you're not saying what is needed. Listen, the last verse in Numbers 8, it says that the Lord spoke to Moses, right? We do not need a priest anymore to filter out messages and information. We can hear directly from the Lord, and he will communicate with his children. My sheep know the voice of the Lord. So we're not going to follow some craziness, but we're going to directly get our guidance and direction from God. What do you have to say about any of this that you have read?
Nothing about
We can't hear it.
Nothing really.
Nothing really. What about hearing the voice of the Lord and getting directions, or how people are being discouraged? And they were even talking about how, some ministers are, to the point where they just want to give up. And this mental illness is very prevalent across all fields, not only, students, not only frontline personnel. And what I had to say in the call tonight, we prayed for those people who are losing hope. It has to be connected. It has to be anchored in the Lord, and he will bring it to pass. He's in control. All right. Well, in Proverbs 9, because today is February 9th, we would have gone to that. And we know that the Lord gives instruction for his people. Wisdom hath built her house. She hath hewn out the 7 pillars. And we know that we're to forsake, verse 6, the foolish, and live and go in a way of understanding. I was saying earlier today, how is it possible that, I don't know if you saw the recording in Bloomingdale, that party. They were doing a rap production recording. You're so tired. And what really broke my heart was there was a shooting. You didn't hear about it? And then they showed the young man in the video, and he's on the floor, and he got shot, and you saw his Gucci belt, and he later on passed. My goodness, I'm like, how in these frigid temperatures is there still foolishness? Who's out shooting? Who's out carjacking? But we heard of someone, like I said, doing an investigation overnight, and then they were attacked. What is this? Who's out? What do you have to say about any of this?
Verse 9, I like.
Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning.
That's about it. For people who want to learn more, they usually are receptive. And people who don't want to improve themselves, like, you really can't do much more.
That's right. You can't do much more on what?
Like, you can't keep trying.
Right.
So don't want to listen.
And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. This is source, and the knowledge of holy is understanding. For by me days are multiplied, and years of life shall be increased. It's bottom line, seek the way of the Lord. He's the one who will give messages of his instruction, his will, as we stay connected to the vine. We're the branches. Have a good evening, making sure we're listening to the Lord at all times. Good night.